to start a game, a lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Prescott again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Roethlisberger will throw. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Austin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for a loss of 5.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line fit. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Good. Hey, switch. You go 46. Good.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
46.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tyrone Crawford In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
46.
Prescott now. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go, 46, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
46, 46. Gun. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, It makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And he finds McDonald. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Prescott now on 2nd down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Throwing, Prescott. Finding room inside the 40. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. One last shot now for Prescott. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never did anybody. Up on the old you. I had a in my shoulder. You got a bitch. You got the bitch of me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussle. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on I got it in the bag, man, getting all type of cash, I'm a general truth. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new Bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost. Like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on I got it in the bag, man, getting all type of cash, I'm a general truth.
They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my. Now who are you? I don't know.
Those walls, and I got time with you.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex and her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need to pad the walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's convert. Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready. Blue ready.
A first down throw for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Hey, 5 on 50. Switch. 5 on. Hey.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send it. Oh, wide open. Complete. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
5 on 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
5 on 50.
From the red zone now, Winston. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Ready? Black 25. Easy.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Play. Go.
Now a 1st down throw. Tannehill is going to float this over. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 36 yards. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Sanders now to kick this one away. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off successive 5-11 seasons. That got Dirk Cutter fired. This is a team, Charles, that has not won a playoff game since winning Super Bowl 37. You know, earlier you talked about Jameis Winston needing to cut down on the interceptions. What else needs to happen in Tampa?
They've got to fix the defense. Dirk Cutter led the offense, and they put up big numbers. But defensively, they've been abysmal for the last few seasons. They ended up letting their defensive coordinator go during the year last year, but never could make enough plays to give them a chance to win a few more ball games. A new head coach will come in, and I think that'll be his first move, trying to find a way to get the defense back on track.
First down, Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Cameron Wake in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Third and long for Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that...
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Jameis to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Winston on 3rd and 2. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
For the Miami Dolphins, Charles, you think back to last year. They stayed in it much of the season. Week 14, that shocker on the final play versus the Patriots kept their playoff hopes alive, but ultimately they didn't make the playoffs. Going to have a new head coach. What do you think moving forward?
And weren't we all surprised after that win against the Patriots that they lost their last 3 games, and as you noted, cost Adam Gase his job? This team has not won a playoff game since December 30th, 2000. Head coach, Dave Wanstead. Quarterback, Jay Fiedler.
Wow.
That's a long time ago. They've got to find a way to correct that, and they'll be doing it with new administration up front, a new head coach, and maybe a new quarterback.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Winston. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriot. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here He's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, triple T. Ready. Blue 80. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let's get out.
On second down, Winston again. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Buying time to his left, and that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second and 10, Tannehill. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, 20.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this one is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Green, triple T.
The second down throw for Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 67 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Second down, it's Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Tannehill now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Tannehill on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Flushed out, and the pressure gets to him again. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amendola, he was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's going to be caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Danny Amendola, 28 yards, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Sanders now to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Well, he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Amendola catching it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, Tannehill. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again is Tannehill. It's caught outright, Amendola. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here's Jones. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Fitzpatrick. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. They'll
wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it third down. A give to Jones. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. 17 yards on the pickup. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 32 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Cut. We're 30. Base. Hey, watch it. Alert 3. Check. 53's Mike. There you go, Tiger.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. A dump off here for goal. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hip.
To the air again, Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Let's go. 30. Clay. Mike, 53. Mike.
Tannehill throwing again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Dolphins going on 4th. It's Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And that is caught by Jackson for a Buccaneer touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
Here we go.
That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Wait.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Vernon Hargreaves with a pair. Trying to get it that time to Stills. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
20.
Now it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. To throw is Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill on first down. On the right side over is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Throwing now, Tannehill. And he rifles one incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tannehill now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanders now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.